ended, because I know I'm not the only one going through it. I know that life is hard for everyone. This is one of those harsh moments in life where things just kind of fall apart a little, but you got to be thankful, because we have it good. We have it really good. And so it's worth sharing, so you guys can know if you're in that situation. Don't sweat the small stuff. And I know it's easier said than done if you really are just in a tight squeeze, but it gets better. Again, put your shoes on. Good job. Next one. Good girl. There you go. Almost done. Hi guys, so we are at soccer. We're at soccer. Aaron and the girls have already gone. I'm just in the car with the baby because it looked like it was going to rain, so I'm just not sure if it's worth going out there. I have to take out the car seat. So today has been honestly like just one of those terrible days. It's just a very bad day. So many things went wrong today. And to be honest, it actually started with yesterday. So I filmed a part of yesterday's video indicating that we were supposed to pick up our vehicle. Aaron came home and we were on our way to go pick up the vehicle. He came home, dinner was ready, everything, we were heading out, but we weren't sure of the time that the place closed. And by the time we got out, then we were like, the time was really close to when we were leaving because we had to drive out of town. We called the dealership, no one answered. We called multiple times to no avail. So we were all irritated. Aaron was very frustrated because he doesn't have much time off to be able to go do that. And technically you could have taken time off, but we didn't figure we needed to take off more time just to go pick up the vehicle when we've already made like numerous trips up there. However, so he was kind of frustrated, which led to the house in like, you guys know how it is when dad gets mad or dad gets frustrated, how the whole house kind of goes quiet. And I'm just being candid because then you want to keep the peace. Like, we all have to learn to deal with our frustrations, but every now and again, like, it's just going to come out. You can't just always keep it in. So anyway, she was frustrated. Then I became frustrated. And then, we returned back, went home, read some books, and just kind of spent time. The kids and I attempted to play a game, and then I went to go to the grocery store to run, just to pick up a couple of things, and came back home. And then everything started becoming normal again. We just kind of communed again in the family room, and we lightened things up by watching some Try Not to Laugh challenges. And then we also chose to watch Alexander and the Very Good Something No Bad Very the terrible very bad no good day, or something along the lines. Don't quote me on that. Like, that movie's title is just far too long for my liking. So long story short, I know I went on a tangent, but long story short, the next day, which is today, I called because I'm like, okay, we didn't get a hold of them yesterday. We were supposed to pick up our vehicle last night. Let me call this morning to check out. I checked it out, and then I'm on the phone for a half hour. Then I got relayed to different people all around. Then it finally, like, honestly, it was like 10 minutes waiting here, 10 minutes waiting there, 10 minutes. And I'm talking to like 3 different people who have no clue what's going on, which is so frustrating. Then I finally talked to the guy. He explained that the financial part, there's a discrepancy in the financial part, and the bank will only finance this much. And you know what? It's something that we were kind of like, oh, okay, we could kind of see it coming in a sense, just because, with hubby, you guys know, and I share this with you, not because I'm just sharing my business. It's just because it's like a real life thing for a lot of people. You are working a job when you've got a career. Sometimes you got to take a pay cut. So Anyways, yeah, hubby has an amazing job. The position he was in before, he got a good salary, but he also had the opportunity to work overtime. And so that was like huge for us. And we're so thankful for every moment of that. I feel like it came at the right time because it's what allowed us to buy our first starter home. And it's also what's been, and if we weren't able to buy our first starter home when we did, we wouldn't have been able to get into our new home now. Yeah, we moved into this home and it's honestly like our dream home. I think when we got married, we never thought that we would be at a place like this, and so we're thankful for every aspect of that. With, like I said, he did change position, and so with that change of position, the position is to obviously get you up there. So he's climbing the ladder, and when you climb the ladder, he got to that position where, yes, it's definitely a salary increase from the salary that he was getting, for sure. But then they also eliminated the overtime. So, you know, as much as it's a raise for him, in one aspect, it's also a loss in a sense, just because there's that loss of overtime. So we kind of saw this coming in a sense, but not, but we weren't, you know, not necessarily, we figured, oh, okay, everything is fine. So we went to go pick up the vehicle today, and, I called about picking up the vehicle today, and long story short, the guy's like, oh yeah, the finances didn't go through because of this. So I saw a note here since Monday, like today is Wednesday. Who the heck does that? It's been several days. Like, we saw this vehicle last Friday. We filled out all the paperwork, did everything. We went in on Saturday to deal with the finances. I don't know when they send the finances in, but obviously they got notification about whether or not it went through on at least by Monday. And no one picked up the phone to give us a call to let us know what's going on. And it gets better, y'all. It gets better. As in, the story literally gets worse. So they have our information up there. They don't call us, but I called the guy, and because I got bounced around between all these people who didn't know our information, I ended up having to then hang up, like get off the phone for him to go and do some research to figure out what's up. And so that's when he called me back actually and delivered that news. But then he's like, oh, this is a courtesy call to you because I didn't have to call you. We are basically trying to get you financed for something else. And it's like, listen up, like we're not in a dire situation. Like it's not like we're buying some just random old vehicle. This is like a huge investment vehicle. So we don't need you to just do something on our behalf. We want to be there and be present and know what's going on. Apparently they were going to send through the financing for some other vehicle, and it was the funny part, it was like a Dodge Caravan. And I'm not knocking anyone who drives Dodges, because honestly, I've even told Aaron, like, maybe that's the route we should go, because I was getting nervous about having to reinvest, just because I figured we've already had the Murano, and we bought this brand new. It's I know what it's like owning a new car. It's not that serious, and I just wanted to, I don't know, I told you guys I've become a little frugal, and so that mentality is just wanting to keep more money in my pocket monthly as opposed to having to throw it into monthly payments for a vehicle. But at the same time, hubby wants us to have a reliable vehicle, and he reads the comparisons between these vehicles. And so as much as Dodges are cheaper and more affordable, they have also like a lower reliability rate. But like I said, if you're a driver of a Dodge, I'm not knocking you or saying anything negative, so please don't take it the wrong way. But that's his thing. He just doesn't want us to go that route. So anyways, long story short, that's the one that the guy thought that he was doing us a favor, and he was just going to put us through financing again to test us to do this for this car. And I'm like, who does that? So he's on the phone. He's like, do you want me to do this? And I'm like, no. Not to mention, when you put a car on hold, you do put a big deposit down, and our deposit is up there, and it's not like it's a chump change. It's a big chunk of money that's up there, and they have my, like, the fact that this process failed, why don't you call me and tell me, so I can then make, you know, it's our money, we can then make the decision to do what we want to do, as opposed to you trying to do it for us. And I feel like the dealership is just doing this because they want to get us locked in. They want to secure that we are just going to buy and buy from them. And it wouldn't be so bad if they had options, but they really don't have what we're looking for, so we're basically getting ourselves stuck if we do go with them. So I told him I'd probably like to come up and collect my funds, and in the end he was giving attitude. He's like, you can take, you know, yeah, you can take your money and you don't have to do what you want here. You can go buy, take it and go somewhere else, but when you pull it, all the paperwork's done and yada yada, and then you're gonna have to go do something else. And I'm just like, okay. It's like crickets in my ear. Like, I just want my money back. So long story short, that fell through, and I had to just do everything in reverse. I had to call the insurance, because I'd already switched over the insurance. Because we were to pick up the vehicle yesterday, I had to make sure there's insurance on the vehicle to drive it all the way home. So I switched over the insurance. I had to call and switch over the insurance. This is what stay-at-home moms do. Like, we take care of all this, you know, kind of stuff in the background when y'all don't know. This is the kind of stuff that I was just left dealing with today. Just beating around the bush on the phone, or dealing with some guy that was literally beating around the bush. And I think he thought I was some kind of a pushover. He was trying to manipulate me by telling me he was doing me a favor. And I'm like, no, honey, you're not doing me a favor. But it really just goes to show you how people are. And people can be so two-faced and can turn around and just be like a bunch of con artists. Comment down below and let me know if you guys have ever dealt with what we're dealing with. I called Aaron and I spoke to him about the whole everything at the end of the day. And then I was like, just don't feel any way about it, because honestly, I feel like God was looking out for us in that sense, where we were going to drive up there and then they had like a major issue up there, and it was a good thing that we didn't even travel there to begin with. Sure, that happened all this morning, and it was just like, okay, all right, you know, maybe God's looking out for us, and maybe that wasn't the deal, because that wasn't meant to be. Because honestly, we were happy about the vehicle in general, but I was a little cheesed just because when Aaron went to trade in this vehicle, which is 4 years old, you know, he's not the negotiating type. And so the baby needed a diaper change. So I went to go change her diaper in the car. And during this time, they were asking him questions about what he wanted for his vehicle. And if I was there, I would have had some different figures for them. However, he just kind of spat out a few figures here and there. And I was a little bit annoyed by that, because on another note, this evening was the plan to go up there and get our money back. However, it's also soccer, and it's so frustrating because there's like an assistant soccer coach for, like, Aaron's a soccer coach on one of the kids' teams, and there's an assistant soccer coach, but on his clipboard and everything, Aaron had no contact for this guy, which was so frustrating, because then he couldn't even call and, you know, basically make arrangements so we could go and pick up our funds. The reason why I couldn't drive to go collect it is because I just realized that my license expired on my birthday. It was the 5-year mark, and my license is due for renewal. Like, when it rains, it pours. This is going to get TMI. But somehow, our dogs also got into a bunch of crap, and we are getting ready to head out the door. We're cooking dinner. I was cooking dinner so we could eat something real quick. And the kids are like, Mom, I smell something. And both the dogs had a dump in their crate. Like, I'm just like, what in the world? They both ate something, because that's like a never. Oscar has been trying it lately and have been throwing up and been sick. I don't know what, because he's that dog that eats all types of things that he shouldn't. Benji never has accidents, so clearly he's either gotten sick or he's eaten something that Oscar ate. I don't know, but both of them had the same accident on their way, like on our way out the door. Like, it's just seriously one of those days. So I was telling the kids, like, maybe we shouldn't have watched that movie, because that movie literally cursed us. What's the irony? We watch this movie where so many terrible things happen, and then we watch it, and then all of a sudden we've got a cycle of terrible things happening. I'm just like, I just want to go home and stay home and sit at home and watch TV at home and not do anything, because I'm just scared. So that is what's going on, guys. So we're back at square one with the vehicle issue, and now we have got to go look. I'm not concerned because we're still going to be financing, and we're talking about the discrepancy in between our finances is not anything significant. It's just a matter of looking and saying, okay, we can do this. And it's not an issue because it's kind of like the ballpark that I wanted to stay in anyways. Sometimes when these things hit you, you've got to humble yourself. We basically, what we were looking at was like the price of a brand new Murano all over again. And if y'all know how to do the math, you can check out how much a brand new Murano is. They are not cheap. They are like, you know, but like I said, I'm not sweating it. I am so thankful. We've got, we still have a vehicle that we are driving, and we can all, well, the kids and I can fit in it while we, you know, go out, and hubby's got his car, and you know, but I don't want to, just so many things are coming up. We don't want to be stuck driving two vehicles to wherever we need to go. So I'm just a little frustrated by that. So yeah, that's the issue right now. And I'm gonna touch base. I'm gonna sign off. This is a long conversation, but sometimes ish gets real, and sometimes one's gotta just talk and talk to a camera, talk to you guys. I know you guys are supportive, and this is like real stuff that you guys, I just want to be candid because I know I'm not the only one going through it. I know that life is hard for everyone. This is one of those one of those harsh moments in life where things just kind of fall apart a little, but you got to be thankful because we have it good. We have it really good. And so it's worth sharing so you guys can know if you're in that situation. Don't sweat the small stuff. And I know it's easier said than done if you really are just in a tight squeeze, but it gets better. I definitely feel like it will get better, and I'm aware that it will get better. And you know, this is why at the same time I just want to help continue to grow my channel so I can make this business into something that can bring in a little bit of income eventually. It's not a must, like I said, because we're not depending on it with our, you know, we're not depending on it. We were surviving just fine before YouTube came along, and we will do fine if it doesn't work out. But this is why I am trying to grow my channel. Let me know if you guys see my efforts. I am trying. I am putting out videos. I've been consistent as of January. I believe as of January something, since I've had the baby, and I made the day when I made that commitment that I'm going to post daily, I have not missed one day. So I'm priding myself on that. However, I'm still trying to work out the kinks in the time. 1 o'clock was working out fine. My only deal with that is that I got to ensure that the vlogs are edited the night before, so they're scheduled for 1 o'clock, because when they are scheduled, then it just makes it easy. It's just like I don't have to worry about it. And it's kind of like the day when we went vehicle shopping. The vlog was, you know, the vlog just posted on its own. I love that. It's just convenient. So that's my habit I need to get more into. Just get our stuff. Oh, and another thing, the dishwasher broke. Why, you ask? I don't know, because that's just life, right? Yeah. So, signing out, guys. Hope you guys didn't mind my little rant. Hope you don't mind, but honestly, when it rains, it pours. Real life problems right now. Real life problems. Money, cars, life, kids. Yeah, the whole shebang. So I feel like Raven right now, my life is in shambles. That's what it is. It's literally in shambles. So baby girl is fast asleep. Those guys are out there, and I'm hoping to hear from hubby soon because, oh, and another thing, Gabrielle missed a birthday party that she was supposed to go to because I thought it was next week as opposed to this week, and it's on the same day as soccer. That's my life, guys. Thanks for watching. Much love. Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to join the tribe. Subscribe.